I failed my goals for 2025. This video is a lot different than what I usually create. I usually make these sort of like vlogs of my life, but I just sort of wanted to make this for myself and update myself on what I think I could have done better and things that I want to improve on for the new year. I want to have an honest conversation with myself to sort of show what I did this year and things I think I can do better and where I can improve. If you have a lot of ambition but don't necessarily know how to get your goals done, this video is for you. So let's get into some of the goals I set for myself this year. Number 1 was to do something active every day and make it a part of my lifestyle, just to exercise as much as I can. I failed this one big time this past semester. Earlier on in the year, I was pretty good at it. I was going to the gym regularly, running a little bit, which I don't really like running, but still, it still counted for something. But then this last semester in the fall, I fell off the train so hard. I feel right now, currently, that I'm in my worst shape I've ever been in. I've been eating like shit. I've been exercising like shit. I just haven't really been doing what I know I'm capable of. So in the new year, obviously, I want to get my exercise regimen back to speed. I've been biking a little bit over winter break, which has been good, but it's time for me to lift more, exercise more, play basketball, play pickleball, ride my bike, all the things that I like to do. It's time for me to make an effort to actually do them. I know exercise is always a big thing for people's New Year's resolutions, and it's a big goal for me for 2026 as well. Goal 1 was also to learn a new physical hobby, which was something I did one lesson of kickboxing for free this summer at one of the gyms in Denver, and I had a good time. I thought it was fun, but I did not want to pay like $200 a month or whatever to join the gym. So maybe figuring out a way to work around that, just doing something easy that I can do just by myself, I think that will really help me out for the new year. Goal 2 was to meditate and read every day. This one's pretty rough. I literally didn't meditate at all unless it was for an acting class, pre-performance, like just to warm up. I literally meditated none in my free time. So, I mean, I do want to improve that. I think if I make it part of like my bedtime ritual or something I do when I wake up, I think that would be very helpful because I have found benefit from meditation in the past. I took a yoga class and that was very helpful to sort of center and ground myself for the day, especially as an artist. It's something I think I need to do more. So yeah, 2026, I'll be focusing in, I'll be in my zen, you know. Reading every day. I did fairly well with this. I didn't read every day. I think I only read 4 books this year, which isn't great, 4 or 5. And I know I can improve it because the year before I read a lot more. I read like 12. I think 1 per month is a great benchmark for me, especially since that's not like what I'm focusing on. I'm focusing on doing acting stuff and being creative, but that is something I definitely want to do. And it sort of ties into one of my other goals, to lower my screen time. I think I'm going to read a lot more instead of just scrolling mindlessly on social media or being on YouTube a lot. So those are some things I definitely want to improve on. Goal 3 was to eat well and start good eating habits. This one was terrible. This was horrible for me. I ate like shit most of the year, and I didn't really care. I have these apps where I can sort of track what I'm eating, see the macros and everything, which I think is very helpful, see the nutrients as well. But I did not do that at all this year. I kind of just ate whatever I wanted and tried to make it as cheap as possible, which, you know, for a college kid who doesn't have a lot of money is great. But also, I'm not really prioritizing my health or my long-term health right now by doing that. So that's something I want to get better at as well. Goal 4 was to reduce my screen time. This is atrocious. This was terrible. This was one of the worst ones. I spent a lot of time on screens this year. And, I mean, I also spent a lot of time doing other things, like being out in the world and everything, but a lot of my time was spent just on my computer, on YouTube, and I don't really want to do that. I don't want to look back on my deathbed and be like, yeah, I was known for spending 5 hours every day on YouTube. You know, that's not what I strive for. So I think to help me reduce my screen time is just to be more creative, create more, consume less, read more. I don't know. I think it's definitely a struggle. It's something I know a lot of people in my generation have a hard time with, is to be on their phones less or on their computers less. But I think it's really important, especially as somebody who my whole career is going to be in a physical medium as acting. I don't want to spend my whole life on screens. I want to soak up my surroundings, the world around me, and yes, just spend a lot less time on screens. Goal 5 was for me to create more and learn more about my passions. And in parentheses, I had 30 videos this year. That was a pretty lofty goal. But this one I actually felt pretty good about. I did create more. I started doing these vlogs, doing these weekly videos. That's kind of the part I fell off the wagon a bit. I haven't posted in a month. And I know I can do better. I have a ton of free time, especially I'm on break right now. I know I can do better. But that's just something I wasn't prioritizing. I wasn't like, I don't know. I did 17 videos this year, which I'm very proud of. I'm proud that I'm stepping out of my comfort zone, showcasing myself and my personality on camera, and building a community. Even though, I got 200 subscribers right now, I know that in the future I will be proud of the work that I've done this year, and it will have sparked something within me. I'm excited to create a lot more next year and continue this one into 2026. This is going to be a lifetime thing, but I do want to do 30 videos this year, and hopefully at least 30 videos every year in the future. So yeah, that one is gonna stick around. Goal 6 was to write more and continue to do my weekly blog. This one I also didn't do well with at all. I failed it. I failed a lot of these. I have a Substack where I post sort of just like weekly stuff as well. What happened in my week, all that. I like to do a lot of that, but I fell off that really hard. And about June is when I stopped posting, and I've made one post since then. So half the year I did pretty good, but the other half pretty shit. So I'm gonna try to write more. That's one of my goals as well, is to write more, maybe like 10 minutes a day. Just get my thoughts out there. I love journaling, and I journal every day. I have been for 3 years, but I don't know. I want to write something that people can read, that people can say, "Oh, this Ben guy, that's interesting. That's an interesting point by him," or just I want to leave my mark, artistically, and I think writing is a great way to do it. Goal 7 was to act in whatever I can. If you don't know, if you're new to the channel, I am an actor. That's what I do. That's what I'm at USC for. I did pretty well with this. I acted in 3 full-length plays. I did a few short films, but I'm really just proud of the work I did in class and in the plays. I did the plays Troilus and Cressida, Clarkston, and The Pillowman, which are all pretty big undertakings, and I don't know, I felt very proud of the work that I did creatively, and the depths that I was able to go to in creating my characters and working with other people. That's why I love theater, is the community and the connection, and I wouldn't trade that for a thing. So next year, my goal is also to act in whatever I can, to push myself to become a better actor. I'm super excited that I get to study abroad in London at the British American Drama Academy and really test myself and push myself as an actor. I think also acting in whatever I can means reading more plays and maybe reading plays with friends, just doing something to where I am always stimulating myself creatively and learning more about acting and the art and how I can actually, make this a living, make this something I do every day. So yeah, that's one that I did pretty well with. Goal 8, this is more of a psychological one. It's to have less fear. I don't remember what my mindset was when I wrote that goal down, but, fear is something that always follows us, I think. I want to take advantage of my situation and everything I'm doing, but, there's always that little voice in my head that creeps in and says, what if I'm not good enough, What if I can't do these things that I want to do? What if I just crumble and throw everything to the wayside, Or what if I don't make it as an actor, as a creative? And that's definitely scary. I want to do so many things, but I think I need to learn to do some things really well and not to just generalize, spread myself out so thin, but to make my mark in ways that I can. And I don't know, I think to have less fear is something I really strive for. And it's something I'm going to do in 2026, but also it's just a mindset, man. It's just getting out there, doing cool shit. I want to explore. I want to be more adventurous, more spontaneous. And so I think fear will obviously not do me well in that aspect. Yeah, so that's another goal for 2026. I did okay with this one this year. There's not really a quantifiable metric for this, but yeah. My last goal number 9, was to, quote, have a shit ton of fun. I think I actually did accomplish this. I had a lot of fun socially, creatively. I pushed myself to be very social and make a lot of memories and have a lot of good experiences, and I wouldn't trade that for anything. That was something from the year that I view as a huge positive. In line with that, I'm proud that I started posting here on YouTube and on social media, I'm proud that I'm, as an actor, being able to contribute something, and I hope that with this content I can make people's days better and just create more for the sake of creating, just because it's fun. It's something I want to do. So those were the goals for 2025. I didn't do too great, but I'm proud of myself. and I still like what I did. I like pretty much everything I did, other than, the screen time. That was the one big thing, or not exercising. Or eating bad. So I guess I don't love everything I did. But moving into the new year, I want to give myself a lot of grace and a lot of space to grow. I'm going to be in London until May. And so studying abroad, I think, will open up my sense of adventure and just exploring a bunch of places. In 2026, I want to be more selfish with my time, too. I want to do things for me. Not just because people say I have to do something, but because they're things I want to do. I don't want to just continue to let large corporations, YouTube, Meta, whatever, suck all my time and energy just by being on those platforms all the time. I want to do things that are, that fuel me, that make me feel alive and feel good. And so part of that is just being more creative, the acting stuff. I want to get more into drawing. I just started picking it up, and I'm pretty shit at it, but I want to improve. Also, just to make art for art's sake, things that I'm passionate about, things that I can see myself doing in the future. I want to play more, and I want to just do things that I wouldn't think I would do. I want to approach 2026 and really my life as like a sandbox, just seeing what works, doing random stuff, and just seeing what sticks. For those of you who have failed with your goals in 2025 or think you have failed, it's okay. We have a new year to grow, to learn, to make fools of ourselves, to embarrass ourselves, and ultimately to find things that we love doing. I don't know. I love this time of year because it's a fresh time to reflect and make moves and plan how you want to approach the new year. But you can make these decisions every day. And that's something I want to do better about, is being intentional with my time. There's a lot of people that are trying to take our time away from us and our energy and our effort. I think there's no reason not to look within and to see, what do I want to do? How do I want to spend my time on this planet? There's ups and downs. It's a roller coaster, so I want to take care of myself, take care of my loved ones, treat every day like it's a sacred thing, and just see where this thing takes me. So thank you guys for watching. I will obviously reflect on this next year, but I feel pretty confident about my goals for the new year, and I'm proud of myself for what I did in 2025, and I hope you are too. Thank you.